Close your eyes for a moment and think back. The war was over. The country was hopeful. And out on the driveway sat something that gleamed like nothing you'd ever seen before, acres of chrome catching the morning sun, tailfins reaching toward the sky like something out of a dream. Welcome back to C4 Car Lovers. Today we're taking a slow drive back to the 1950s, America's golden age of chrome. Get comfortable, because this one's for anyone who remembers what it felt like to ride in one of these beauties. The 1950s weren't just a decade. They were a feeling. After years of rationing and hardship, Americans were finally ready to celebrate. And nothing said celebration quite like a brand new automobile sitting proud in the driveway. Cars in this era weren't just transportation. They were rolling symbols of everything the country had fought for: freedom, prosperity, and a bright, shining future. Detroit understood this, and they gave the people exactly what they were dreaming of: bold colors, sweeping curves, and enough chrome to blind you on a sunny afternoon. This was a decade when cars grew tailfins, inspired by jet airplanes and rockets, because in the 50s, everything pointed toward the future. Let's start with a car that practically defined the decade, the Chevrolet Bel Air. If you close your eyes and picture a classic 50s car, chances are you're picturing something close to this. 2 tone paint jobs, a wraparound windshield that made you feel like you were piloting something special, and that unmistakable grille smiling back at you from the front of the car. The Bel Air wasn't the fastest car on the road, and it didn't need to be. It was about pulling up outside the diner on a Friday night and knowing heads would turn. For countless families, the Bel Air was where memories were made: first dates in the front seat, family vacations packed with suitcases in the trunk, Sunday drives after church with the windows rolled down and the radio playing. Then there was Cadillac, the car that meant you had truly arrived. Owning a Cadillac in the 50s wasn't just about getting from point A to point B. It was a statement. It told your neighbors, your family, and yourself that hard work had paid off. The tailfins grew taller with each passing year, inspired by fighter jets soaring overhead. Sitting behind the wheel of a Cadillac felt like sitting in the captain's chair of something important. The interior was plush, the ride was smooth as glass, and every detail whispered success. For a generation raised during hard times, that Cadillac in the driveway represented something deeper than luxury. It represented hope fulfilled. By the middle of the decade, Ford introduced something different, the Thunderbird. This wasn't meant to compete with practical family cars. This was pure joy on 4 wheels. Sleek, low to the ground, and undeniably glamorous, the Thunderbird captured a spirit of lighthearted fun that swept through the country. This was a car for cruising along the coast with the top down, wind in your hair, not a care in the world. It said that life wasn't just about responsibility, it was also about enjoying the ride. But what made this era truly special wasn't just the cars themselves, it was everything that happened around them. Drive-in movie theaters where entire families piled into the car for a night under the stars. Diners with carhops who brought your order right to your window. Gas station attendants who checked your oil and washed your windshield with a smile, no charge. Cruising down Main Street on a Saturday night, radio dial tuned to whatever was playing just because you could. Cars in the 50s weren't just how you got somewhere. They were where life actually happened. The 1950s gave us cars unlike anything before or since, bold, hopeful, dripping in chrome, and built with a kind of optimism that seemed to say anything was possible. Whether it was a Bel Air taking you to your first job interview, a Cadillac announcing that you'd made it, or a Thunderbird reminding you to have a little fun along the way, these cars weren't just machines. They were part of the family. So tell me, what car takes you back? Was it a Bel Air your father drove, a Thunderbird you dreamed about, or something else entirely? Share your memories in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your story. If this trip down memory lane meant something to you, hit that like button and subscribe to C4 Car Lovers. We're bringing these stories back one classic car at a time. Until next time, keep those memories alive.